People who think fluoride is a communist plot, so they've avoided it in totality since 1962. And gentlemen, so I told Old Fart Rants, I ran him off every channel. I've had a couple people tell me he's not even worth your time, but the reason is he just autistically repeats what the media repeats, maybe in an even more generalized fashion. He just regurgitates what Sam Cedar excretes, which was lapped up from what Rachel Mandow excreted, which comes from somebody else, and it goes back to the guy who cleans the restroom at Kmart. So in that respect, he's just going to autistically repeat what the media says. Just the narrative, because he has a lot of free time, and he still doesn't learn anything. But I told Old Fart Rants, and like I said, I ran him off every channel I've ever debated him on. He will not appear on any channel I'm not blocked from. But I did tell him, and he still does pay attention to what I say. I told him many months ago several times, I said, if you do another Easter video, old man, I'm going to respond to it, and I'm just going to tell them what I've already refuted you on the Old Fart Rants Never Studied the Bible Hub video. I'm not going to clip it onto this. I'll leave a link for it under there. But what Old Fart Rants did, he didn't do it. He tacked it on at the end of a video he did almost a week ago. So he didn't, and we know he's inside. I mean, Dave, we know your schedule hasn't changed. COVID-19 or COVID-19, influenza virus or no influenza virus, which killed 90,000 people in the winter of 2017-2018. But you weren't having autistic fits about that, were you? But that's for a late. We'll talk about COVID-19 at a later date. I've done a couple videos on it already. But we know your schedule hasn't changed, Dave. You're inside. You're on the couch. Your face is 2 inches from the TV, and you've got the bell tone turned all the way up. It's not. Your schedule has not changed at all. You have 24 hours of free time, and you're doing nothing but trying to be a social media vegetable because your life is unfulfilling. But anyways, I told him if he did a video on Easter, about Easter, I was going to refute it. Well, he did it like a week ago and tacked on some videos on the end, the greatest BS story ever told, and then the greatest BS story ever revisited. Well, I challenged him on a claim he made many years ago. He said, I studied the Bible for 50 years. So I said, okay, let's test that theory. And I recorded dozens of debates I did with him, and it turns out he doesn't even know the basics of the basics. Now, he might be smart at the bar. He might be an intelligent man at the bar, but in real society where we have people who aren't walking around in a chemical-induced stupor, you're not that smart, Dave. So I'll leave a link for my Old Fart Rants Never Studied the Bible Hub video, which the commentary got so long on it when I was leaving comments for all my links, I had to add some of it in an actual channel comment because I have so much stuff. Just one example, he thought he became so incensed that he thought anything that had been translated from one language to another is suspect, which would basically throw all classical literature out, a lot of it. And then he got so mad he said Hebrew and Greek were dead languages, which would be news to the people, the millions of people that still speak those languages. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I'm not going to go over it all again. Just see that video. I'll also leave a link to one other thing. He's run his mouth about guns a lot either, and he's never even fired a gun as far as I know. I don't think he knows the difference between a drum clip, a magazine, his head, and a hole in the ground. But I'll leave a link to an archived post I had on Google+, which I saved it because I knew Google+ might go away, which it did. And where I left a laundry list of links where I challenged him on a lot of his claims on guns, which are, again, just autistically repeated from the antique media. It's just the same crap. It's nothing new. I mean, it's not like this guy's, he's just a messenger boy. If he lived in, Dave, I'll tell you, if you lived in East Germany in the 1960s, I think you probably would have been a messenger boy for the Stasi. You're that stupid. You think you are that much of a worshiper of government and that much of a dupe. You're an idiot, dude. You are a complete idiot. For someone who throws the Nazi card around, yeah, pot, meat, kettle. So see that. I'll leave the links under there. But Dave, I figured you'd do a video on Easter. I was busy on Easter, unlike you. And so I didn't get to check Sunday morning to see if you'd uploaded a video, but he tacked it on at the end of a one he did a week ago, almost a week ago. So nice try, Dave, though. But you claim to study the Bible for 50 years. I knocked that down about a dozen times. You don't know the basics of the basics, and that's a fact. And you won't debate me on any channel. You won't even show up on a channel I'm not blocked from, even if your buddies are over there, because you know I am your intellectual superior. I have talent on loan from God. And I own you, Dave, and that's the way it will always be. So, figured I'd do that real quick. Have a nice day. And don't thank me now.